types of business entity.
A business entity is a commercial, corporate and/or other institution that is formed and administered as per commercial law in order to engage in business activities, usually for the sale of a product or a service. There are many types of business entities defined in the legal systems of various countries. These include corporations, cooperatives, partnerships, sole traders, limited liability company and other specifically labeled types of entities. Some of these types are listed below, by country. For guidance, approximate equivalents in the company law of English-speaking countries are given in most cases, for example. However, the regulations governing particular types of entity, even those described as roughly equivalent, differ from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. When creating or restructuring a business, the legal responsibilities will depend on the type of business entity chosen.
Albania.
SHE. Shakari Aksione. plc, UK, SHPK. Shakari Mi Pergjegjesai Teq Fizo. Limited, UK, Shakari Commandite. Simple Limited Partnership, Shakari Collective. Simple Limited Partnership.
Argentina.
SA, Sociedad Anónima. plc, UK, SRL, Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. Limited, UK. Limited Liability Company, USA, SCS, Sociedad Encomendita Simple. Limited Partnership, SCPA. Sociedad Encomendita por Actions, Limited Partnership with Shares, SOCOL. Sociedad Colectiva. General Partnership, USA, SCEI. Sociedad de Capital y Industria, SE, Sociedad del Estado. State-owned enterprise, SGR, Sociedad de Garantía Recíproca.
Australia.
Incorporated, restricted to non-profit associations, limited, plc, UK. The suffix limited may also be used by a private company limited by guarantee, such as a charity or university. These may obtain dispensation from the Registrar of Companies to operate without the suffix, NL, no liability, a type of mining, speculative, or research company with no right to call up the unpaid issue price of shares, Thai Limited, proprietary limited company. Limited, UK, ATF Trust. In Australia companies can act as a trustee for a trust, Thai, unlimited proprietary, company with a share capital, a company, similar to its limited company, limited, or Thai limited counterpart, but where the liability of the members or shareholders is not limited.
Austria.
Genossenschaft. Types, Erwerbs- und Wirtschaftsgenossenschaft. Cooperative, Privatstiftung. Private foundation, Verein. Non-profit association, European business entities, EU. Unternehmen. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, Kapitalgesellschaften. Companies. AG, Aktiengesellschaft. plc, UK. Minimum capital EU 70,000. GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. Limited, UK. Minimum capital EU 35,000, AG, Aktiengesellschaft. plc, UK. Minimum capital EU 70,000, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. Limited, UK. Minimum capital EU 35,000, Personengesellschaften. Partnerships. Unincorporated, that is unregistered and without legal personality. STG, Stillgesellschaft. Partnership by estoppel, that is, no partnership agreement, GESBR, Gesellschaft des bürgerlichen Rechts. Partnership by contract, that is, formed by partnership agreement. Statutes and regulations concerning Austrian companies, especially with regards to the company's register, Firmenbuch, do not apply. Incorporated, that is registered and with legal personality. OG, Offengesellschaft. General Partnership, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited Partnership. GmbH and Company KG, KG in which a GmbH is the general partner, unincorporated, that is unregistered and without legal personality. STG, Stillgesellschaft. Partnership by estoppel, that is, no partnership agreement, GESBR, Gesellschaft des Bürgerlichen Rechts. Partnership by contract, that is, formed by partnership agreement. Statutes and regulations concerning Austrian companies, especially with regards to the company's register, Firmenbuch, do not apply. STG, Stillgesellschaft. Partnership by estoppel, that is, no partnership agreement, GESBR, Gesellschaft des Bürgerlichen Rechts. Partnership by contract, that is, formed by partnership agreement. Statutes and regulations concerning Austrian companies, especially with regards to the company's register, Firmenbuch, do not apply. Incorporated, that is registered and with legal personality. OG, Offengesellschaft. General Partnership, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited Partnership. GmbH and Company KG, KG in which a GmbH is the general partner, OG, Offengesellschaft. General Partnership, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited Partnership. GmbH and Company KG, KG in which a GmbH is the general partner, GmbH and Company KG, KG in which a GmbH is the general partner, obsolete. Erwerbgesellschaft, small-sized partnerships, not qualifying as OG or KG, respectively. Converted into OGs or KGs as of January 1, 2007. OEG, Offenerwerbgesellschaft, small general partnership, KEG, Kommanditgewerbegesellschaft, small limited partnership, Erwerbgesellschaft, small-sized partnerships, not qualifying as OG or KG, respectively. Converted into OGs or KGs as of January 1, 2007. OEG, Offenerwerbgesellschaft, small general partnership, KEG, Kommanditgewerbegesellschaft, small limited partnership, OEG, Offenerwerbgesellschaft, small general partnership, KEG, Kommanditgewerbegesellschaft, small limited partnership. See also Help GV at, Austrian government site, in German.
Belarus.
AAT, Eikrite Aktionäre Towarzystwo Eikrite Aktionäre Towarzystwo. PLC, UK, Open, ZAT, Zakryte Aktionäre Towarzystwo Zakryte Aktionäre Towarzystwo. PLC, UK, Closed, IP, Indywidualny Pradpramalnik Indywidualny Pradpramalnik, Sole Proprietorship, Part PUP, Privatne Unitarne Pradprijemstwo Privatne Unitarne Pradprijemstwo, Private Unitary Enterprise, TAA, Towarzystwo Zabmazhaven I Katsastsoyu Towarzystwo Zabmazhaven I Katsastsoyu. Limited, UK.
Belgium.
Dutch, French or German names may be used. Foundations. Private Stichting/Foundation Privé. Private Foundation, Stichting van Openbaar Nut/Foundation Utiliteit Publiek. Public Foundation, Private Stichting/Foundation Privé. Private Foundation, Stichting van Openbaar Nut/Foundation Utiliteit Publiek. Public Foundation, Co-enterprises, joint ventures. ESV, Economische Samenwerkingsverband, /G, Groupmuntentritt Economiek. Economic Interest Grouping, Stilhandelsvernootschap/Société interne. Contractual joint venture, that is, no JV company is created, Tijdelijk Handelsvernootschap/Société momentane. Equity joint venture, that is, JV company is created, ESV, Economische Samenwerkingsverband, /G, Groupmuntentritt Economiek. Economic Interest Grouping, Stilhandelsvernootschap/Société interne. Contractual joint venture, that is, no JV company is created, Tijdlich Handelsvernootschap/Société Momentanée. Equity joint venture, that is, JV company is created, VZW, Verenigingsunterwinstmerk/ASBL, Association Zansport Lucrativ, /VOG, Vereinigung und Subsidiary. Non-profit association, Vereinigung und Unternehmung/SEP, Société en Participation. Equity partnership, Vitalige Vereinigung/Société de fait. De facto partnership, partnership by estoppel, eenmanszaak/enterprise individual. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, VOF, Vennootschap onder firma/SNC, Société en non-cooperative. General partnership, COMV, Gewoon commanditair Vennootschap/SCS, Société en commandite simple. Limited partnership, COMVA, commanditair Vennootschap op aandelen/SCA, Société en commandite par actions. Publicly traded partnership, BVBA, Bulletin Vennootschap met beperktansprecollegiid/SPRL, Société Privée Responsabilité Limitée. Limited, UK. EBVBA, een persoonsbulletin Vennootschap met beperktansprecollegiid/SPRLU, Société Privée Responsabilité Limitée Unipersonal, Single Member Limited, EBVBA, een persoonsbulletin Vennootschap met beperktansprecollegiid/SPRLU, Société Privée Responsabilité Limitée Unipersonal, Single Member Limited, NV, Naamloos Vennootschap/SA, Société Anonyme. PLC, UK, Cooperative Companies. CVBA, Cooperative Vennootschap met beperktansprecollegiid/SCRL, Société Cooperative Responsabilité Limitée. Limited Liability Cooperative, CVOA, Cooperative Vennootschap met onbeperktansprecollegiid/SCRI, Société Cooperative Responsabilité Limitée. Unlimited Liability Cooperative, CVBA, Cooperative Vennootschap met beperktansprecollegiid/SCRL, Société Cooperative Responsabilité Limitée. Limited Liability Cooperative, CVOA, Cooperative Vennootschap met onbeperktansprecollegiid/SCRI, Société Cooperative Responsabilité Limitée. Unlimited Liability Cooperative.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
DD. Dionico Društvo. PLC, UK. AG, Germany, AD, Akcionarsko Društvo. PLC, UK. AG, Germany, DNO. Društvo s Neograničenim Solidarnim Odgovornošću. General Partnership, DOO. Društvo s Ograničenim Odgovornošću. Limited, UK. GmbH, Germany, KD. Komanditno Društvo. Limited Partnership, SP. Samostalny Producentnik. Sole Proprietorship, UK.
Brazil.
Sociedade Limitada, Ltda. Limited, UK, SA, Sociedade Anonyma. PLC, UK, Sociedade Simples, PLLC, Sociedade M. Comandita Simples. Ordinary Limited Partnership, Sociedade M. Nome Cultivo. General Partnership, Sociedade M. Conta de Participação. General Partnership, Sociedade M. Comum. General Partnership, Cooperativa. Cooperative, Empresa Individual, Firma Individual. Individual Proprietorship/Sole Proprietorship, Empresa Individual de Responsabilidade Limitada, IRLI, same as limited, but without partners, Microempreendedor Individual. Individual Enterprise, Empresa Pública. Government-owned corporation, Sociedade de Economia Mista. Government-owned corporation, Associação em sentido estrito, sem finalidade lucrativa. Non-profit association, Organização não governamental. Non-profit association, Organização da Sociedade Civil de Interesse Público. Non-profit association, Organização Social. Non-profit association, Serviços Socio-Autonomos. Non-profit association, Fundação Privada. Private foundation, Fundação Pública. Public foundation.
Bulgaria.
AD/AD, Akcionariado Drużestwo/Akcionariado Drużestwo, Joint Stock Company. PLC, UK, ADSIT/ADSITs, Akcionariado Drużestwo sus Specjalne Inwestycje Cel/Akcionariado Drużestwo ss Specjalne Inwestycje Cel, Real Estate Investment Trust, EAD/EAD, Jednolitne Akcionariado Drużestwo/Jednolitne Akcionariado Drużestwo, type of AD with a single member, EOOD/EOOD, Jednolitne Drużestwo s ograniczona użytkowność/Jednolitne Drużestwo s ograniczona użytkowność, type of OOD with a single member, ET/ET, Jednolitny Towarowiec/Jednolitny Targowiec, sole proprietorship, OOD/OOD, Drużestwo s ograniczona użytkowność/Drużestwo s ograniczona użytkowność. Limited, UK, KD/KD, Komanditne Drużestwo/Komanditne Drużestwo. Limited Partnership, KDA/KDA, Komanditne Drużestwo SAKTZII/Komanditne Drużestwo SAKTSII, Limited Partnership with Shares, SD/SD, Spiritualne Drużestwo/Spiritualne Drużestwo. General Partnership, but having legal personality.
Cambodia.
SP, Sole Proprietorship, GP, General Partnership, LP, Limited Partnership, SMPTE Limited, Single Member Private Limited Company, PTE Limited, Private Limited Company. UK, PLC Limited, Public Limited Company. PLC, UK, PEEC, Public Establishment with Economic Characteristics, State Company. PLC, State Joint Venture Company. PLC, Import-Export Company, Limited.
Canada.
In Canada, entities can be incorporated under either federal or provincial, or territorial, law. Unlimited liability corporations can be formed in Alberta AULC, and Nova Scotia NSULC. The word or expression limited, limitee, incorporated, incorpore, corporation, or société par actions de régime fédéral or the corresponding abbreviation limited, LTEE, incorporated, corporation, or SARF forms part of the name of every entity incorporated under the Canada Business Corporations Act, RS, 1985, c. C44. Limited or PLC, UK. As an exception, entities registered prior to 1985 may continue to be designated Société Commerciale Canadienne or by the abbreviation SCC. Under the Canada Cooperatives Act, 1998, c. 1, a cooperative must have the word cooperative, cooperative, coop, co-op, cooperative, united, or pool, or another grammatical form of any of those words, as part of its name. Unlike in many other Western countries, Canadian businesses generally only have one form of incorporation available. The aforementioned AULC and NSULC are generally not used as operating business structures, but are instead used to create favorable tax positions for either Americans investing in Canada or vice versa. Rather, Canadian businesses are generally formed under one of the following structures. SP, sole proprietorship, no formal business structure is established. GP, general partnership, either a formal structure with a partnership agreement, or an informal structure, in which case the Partnerships Act for the province will apply. LP, limited partnership, an investment structure, limiting both the liability and the participation of the investor. An investor who takes an active role will be deemed a general partner, and become exposed to unlimited liability. Corporation, joint venture, a business activity shared by two or more business entities. The joint venture's activities must be finite in terms of either time or scope.
Chile.
SPA, Sociedad por Acciones, limited partnership with shares, EIRL, Empresa Individual de Responsabilidad Limitada, Individual Enterprise with Limited Liability, SA, Sociedad Anónima. PLC, UK, SGR, Sociedad de Garantía Recíproca, Ltda. Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. Limited, UK.
China,
Yuxiangongxi. Limited, UK. See also Partnership, China, Gaifen Yuxiangongxi. PLC, UK. See below for Hong Kong.
Colombia,
Company, shares with minor partners, SCA, Commandite Operations, Publicly Traded Partnership, SNC. Commandite Simple, Limited Partnership. Commonly used for family business, Ltda. Which is more comparable to a general partnership, SA, Sociedad Anónima. PLC, UK, Corporation, US, EU, Empresa Unipersonal. Sole Proprietorship, SAS, Sociedades par Actions Simplificada, similar to the French SAS, Société par Actions Simplifiée, Suc de Descendants, successors of a previous company.
Croatia,
DD. Dionico Društvo. PLC, UK, DOO. Društvo S. Ograničeno Odgovornošću. Limited, UK, Žgnotgovačko Društvo. General Partnership, Komanditno Društvo. Limited Partnership, OBT. Sole Proprietorship.
Czech Republic,
AS, Expol. Aktiva Společnost. PLC, UK. Minimum share capital 2 million Czech korun, 20 for IPOs. Must have a supervisory board in addition to the management board, SRO, SPOL. SRO. Společnost s ručením omezeným. Limited, UK, VOS. Veřejná obchodní společnost. General Partnership, KS. Komanditní společnost.
Denmark,
Enkeltmannsvirksomhed, Sole Proprietorship, Foreigning. Association, IS, Intressentskab. General Partnership, APS, and Paiselskab, Private Limited Company, AS, Aktieselskab, Public Limited Company, KS, Kommanditselskab, Limited Partnership, PS, Partnerselskab or Kommanditaktieselskab, Partnership limited by shares, AMBA, Andelsselskab med begränsat ansvar, Limited Liability Cooperative, FMBA, Foreigning med begränsat ansvar, Limited Liability Voluntary Association, SMBA, Sällskap med begränsat ansvar, Limited Liability Company, Partsrederi, a form of combined and continued ownership of a merchant vessels, Erhvervsdrivende Fond, Commercial Foundation, GS, Gensidigt Sällskap, Mutual Organization.
Dominican Republic,
CPORA. Company Operations, also abbreviated CXA, SA, Sociedad Anónima. Public Limited Company, SAS, Sociedad Anónima Simplificada, SRL, Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. Limited Liability Company, EIRL. Empresa Individual de Responsabilidad Limitada, Sociedad en Comandita Simple.
Ecuador,
SA, Sociedad Anónima. Public Limited Company, CA, Compañía Anónima, CIA. Ltda. Compañía Limitada. Limited Liability Company, EP, Empresa Pública.
Egypt,
SAE, Sharakat Al Mossahama. PLC, UK. Minimum capital £250,000 Egyptian pounds, LLC, Limited Liability Company. Limited, UK. No minimum capital, Sharakat Tadamon. SHRK at TDMN General Partnership, Sharakat Torsai Basseter. SHRK TTWSY at BSYT at Limited Partnership, Sharakat Torsai Balasham. LLP.
Estonia,
Phi, Fuosilis to Sakast Etwidja. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, partnerships. EU, Usoldersahing. Limited partnership, TU, Taisuhing. General partnership, EU, Usoldersahing. Limited partnership, TU, Taisuhing. General partnership, companies. OU, Osohing. Limited private limited company, UK, LLC, limited liability company, US, AS, Aktieselts. PLC, public limited company, UK, corporation, US, OU, Osohing. Limited private limited company, UK, LLC, limited liability company, US, AS, Aktieselts. PLC, public limited company, UK, corporation, US, Tulunda Suwastu. Commercial association.
European Economic Area including the European Union.
Partnerships. EEIG, European Economic Interest Grouping, an EU legal entity designed to enable cross-border cooperation between companies. It has unlimited liability and is not liable for corporation tax. EEIG, European Economic Interest Grouping, an EU legal entity designed to enable cross-border cooperation between companies. It has unlimited liability and is not liable for corporation tax. Companies. SCE, Societas Cooperativa Europaea, a European cooperative. Societas Cooperativa Europaea is Latin for European Cooperative Society. SE, Societas Europaea, a European, public, limited company. Societas Europaea is Latin for European company. Proposed, SPE, Societas Privata Europaea, a European private limited company, corresponding to limited, GmbH, etc. This form of company is currently being proposed by European Commission. SCE, Societas Cooperativa Europaea, a European cooperative. Societas Cooperativa Europaea is Latin for European Cooperative Society. SE, Societas Europaea, a European, public, limited company. Societas Europaea is Latin for European company. Proposed, SPE, Societas Privata Europaea, a European private limited company, corresponding to limited, GmbH, etc. This form of company is currently being proposed by European Commission. An SE or SCE may be created by registration in any of the EU EEA member states, and is subject to the European Company Statute. It may relocate its registered office to any other EU EEA member state with minimal formalities.
Finland.
General economic entities. Avoinitio, Swedish, Hoppitbolag. General partnership, use optional, KY, Kommandiatatio, Swedish Kommanditbolag, KB. Limited partnership, Osakaitio, Swedish, Aktiebolag, AB. Limited, UK. Minimum share capital EU 2500, Jalkainen Osakaitio, Swedish, Public Aktiebolag, ABP. PLC, UK, OK, Oswaskunta, Swedish, Andelslag, N. Cooperative, Me, Toimanimi, Yksitia and the Linkin on Haja Waitaja, Swedish, Firma F, Ma, in skilled näringsidkare, sole proprietorship, use optional. The abbreviations are usually in Finnish, but Swedish names may also be used either as is or in combination with Finnish, for example Oya Ritais AB. Non-profit entities. Rekisteröity ABBRRY, Swedish, Förening, ABBRRF, registered association, capable of acting as a legal person. Rekisteröity ABBRP Swedish, Registrerat Party, registered political party. Satio, ABBRRS, Swedish, Stiftelse, foundation. Uskonelinen Diskunta, Swedish, Religionssamfund, religious community. Voluntary associations chartered by statute law, for example Finnish Red Cross, National Defence Training Association of Finland, Finnish Bar Association. for-profit entities of public law. Valtionlikalautos, Swedish, Statens affärsverk, commercial government agency, expected to fund themselves, but debts directly backed by state funds, distinguished from regular companies where the government owns stock. C. List of Finnish government enterprises, Kunnallinen liikelaitos, Swedish, communal affärsverk, municipal enterprise, similar as previous but run by a municipality. Paliskunta, a reindeer herding corporation, governed like a stock company except that the stocks are reindeer. Economic entities for special purpose. Asunto-Osakaishio, Swedish, Bostadsaktiebolag, a limited liability company for the ownership, construction and maintenance of an apartment building. Julkinen Keskinen Invakuutusishio, abbreviated JY, Swedish, Publiktomsisodikt Försäkringsbolag, public mutual insurance company. Keskinen Kintistusakaishio, Swedish, Omsisodiga Fastighetsaktiebolag, a limited liability company for the ownership, maintenance and construction of real property. Keskinen Invakuutusishio, Swedish, Omsisodikt Försäkringsbolag, mutual insurance company. Livesanistotio, Swedish, Partrederi, a type of general partnership for the owning of a merchantman. Sastapanki, Swedish, Sparbank, a type of loans and savings association. Real estate law corporations. In the corporations of real estate law, the ownership or membership may be vested either in the real property or in a legal or natural person, depending on the corporation type. In many cases, the membership or ownership of such corporation is obligatory for a person or property that fulfills the legal requirements for membership or wishes to engage in certain activities. Keskivden Korkuden Mutamista Varten Prostitution, Swedish, Sammanslutning Sombuilders för Hodging av Medelvattenståndet, a corporation of water law for the permanent change of the median water level. Ojutusataso, Swedish, Sammanslutning, a corporation of water law for the construction and maintenance of ditches. Sarnosliataso, Swedish, Regleringssammanslutning G, a corporation of water law for the regulation of water level in a body of water. Tiekunta, Swedish, Baglag, a type of limited liability corporation for the maintenance of private road. Uittoitaso, Swedish, Flottningssammanslutning G, a corporation of water law for timber floating. Visioeka Udelininateso, Swedish, Vattenrättsligssammanslutning, a corporation of water law for a project that involves economic use of bodies of water. Itiasalu, Swedish, Samförligaområde, a corporation for the maintenance of a real property jointly used by several other properties or persons. Itiasmetsa, Swedish, Samfälldskog, a jointly owned forest. Osakaskunta, historically Jakokunta, a partition unit, that is a corporation for maintenance of the commons. In addition to native types, European Union types are implemented. SE, Europatio, European Company, SCE, Europauskunta, European Cooperative Society, EEIG, Europalainen Taloudelinen Swedish, Europeisk Ekonomisk Intressegruppering, European Economic Interest Grouping.
France.
Microenterprise, special framework for minute businesses, a recent addition to French business law with both revenue and pre-tax net income caps, of which auto-entrepreneur, below, is a special case. Freelancers, individual independent contractors. Auto-entrepreneur. Self-employed, UK, independent contractor, US, a recent addition to French business law with both a revenue cap and a specific set of derogatory income tax rates. Profession libérale. Sole proprietorship such as a medical practice, an enduring entity stemming from the protected status designed for liberal professions with unlimited personal liability. Sociétés d'exercice libéral, the incorporated equivalent of the latter, sole shareholder limited liability being key, EI, enterprise individual enterprise and non-personnel, EURL, ZASU, unipersonal, limited liability, sole shareholder limited company, UK, or single-member close corporation, auto-entrepreneur. Self-employed, UK, independent contractor, US, a recent addition to French business law with both a revenue cap and a specific set of derogatory income tax rates. Profession libérale. Sole proprietorship such as a medical practice, an enduring entity stemming from the protected status designed for liberal professions with unlimited personal liability. Sociétés d'exercice libéral, the incorporated equivalent of the latter, sole shareholder limited liability being key, EI, enterprise individual enterprise and non-personnel, or, ZASU, unipersonal, limited liability, sole shareholder limited company, UK, or single-member close corporation, investment funds companies. FCP, Fond commun de placement, unincorporated investment fund, Société d'investissement de capital fixe. Investment trust, UK. Closed-end fund, CEF, closed-end company, US. Listed investment company, LIC, or, SICAV, Société d'investissement de capital variable. Investment company with variable capital, ICVC, open-ended investment company, OEIC, UK. Mutual fund, open-end company, US, FCP, Fond commun de placement, unincorporated investment fund, Société d'investissement de capital fixe. Investment trust, UK. Closed-end fund, CEF, closed-end company, US. Listed investment company, LIC, or, SICAV, Société d'investissement de capital variable. Investment company with variable capital, ICVC, open-ended investment company, OEIC, UK. Mutual fund, open-end company, US, GI, Groupement Intérêt Économique, economic interest grouping, association. Non-profit association. Association non-déclarée. Unincorporated association, UK, association déclarée. Incorporated association, or, association non-déclarée. Unincorporated association, UK, association déclarée. Incorporated association, or, partnerships, Société de personnes. SEP, Société en participation. Equity partnership, SNC, Société en nom collectif. General partnership, GP, SCS, Société en commandite simple. Limited partnership, LP, SCA, Société en commandite par actions. Publicly traded partnership, PTP, US, SEP, Société en participation. Equity partnership, SNC, Société en nom collectif. General partnership, GP, SCS, Société en commandite simple. Limited partnership, LP, SCA, Société en commandite par actions. Publicly traded partnership, PTP, US, companies, Société de capitaux. SARL, ZAL, Société responsabilité limitée. Private limited company, limited, UK, limited liability company, US. EURL, Enterprise Unipersonal Responsabilité Limitée. Single shareholder limited company, SME-PVT, UK. Stock companies, Société par actions. SA, Société Anonyme. Public limited company, PLC, UK, Corporation, US CAN. SCOP, Société Coopérative de Production. Cooperative Corporation, CAN, SEM, Société d'économie mixte. Government-owned corporation. SAS, Société par actions simplifiée. Unlisted public company, or, close corporation, CC, S Africa, private corporation, CAN. Often used for subsidiaries. Minimum of 1 director and 2 members shareholders. No limit on share capital. Liability can be restricted to director. No one share, one vote principle, SARL, ZAL, Société Responsabilité Limitée. Private limited company, limited, UK, limited liability company, US. EURL, Enterprise Unipersonal Responsabilité Limitée. Single shareholder limited company, SME-PVT. UK, EURL, Enterprise Unipersonal Responsabiliteit Limitée. Single Shareholder Limited Company, SME PVT, UK, Stock Companies, Société par Actions. SA, Société Anonyme. Public Limited Company, PLC, UK, Corporation, US Can. SCOP, Société Coopérative de Production. Cooperative Corporation, CAN, SEM, Société d'économie mixte. Government-owned corporation. SAS, Société par Actions Simplifiée. Unlisted public company, or, close corporation, CC, S Africa, private corporation, CAN. Often used for subsidiaries. Minimum of 1 director and 2 members shareholders. No limit on share capital. Liability can be restricted to director. No one share, one vote principle, SA, Société Anonyme. Public Limited Company, PLC, UK, Corporation, US Can. SCOP, Société Coopérative de Production. Cooperative Corporation, CAN, SEM, Société d'économie mixte. Government-owned corporation, SCOP, Société Coopérative de Production. Cooperative Corporation, CAN, SEM, Société d'économie mixte. Government-owned corporation, SAS, Société par Actions Simplifiée. Unlisted public company, or, close corporation, CC, S Africa, private corporation, CAN. Often used for subsidiaries. Minimum of 1 director and 2 members shareholders. No limit on share capital. Liability can be restricted to director. No one share, one vote principle.
Germany.
Einzelunternehmen. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, Partenreederei, a form of combined and continued ownership of a single merchant vessel, for example, Ionettrigen Genossenschaft. Cooperative, E. B. Ionettrigen Association, partnerships, Personengesellschaften. GbR, Gesellschaft Bürgerlichen Rechts, no minimum capital, unlimited liability of partners, non-business or small business activities only. In Gesellschaft. Anonymous Partnership, S Africa, registered business partnerships, Personenhandelsgesellschaften. OHG, Offenhandelsgesellschaft. General Partnership. No minimum capital, unlimited liability of partners. KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited Partnership. GmbH and Company KG and GmbH and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is a GmbH. The GmbH and Company. GA it is a variant with shares. AG and Company KG and AG and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is an Aktiengesellschaft. The AG and Company. GA is a variant with shares. Part G, PARTNERSCHAFTSGESELLSCH. Professional, Service, Partnership, GbR, Gesellschaft Bürgerlichen Rechts, no minimum capital, unlimited liability of partners, non-business or small business activities only, in Gesellschaft. Anonymous Partnership, S Africa, registered business partnerships, Personenhandelsgesellschaften. OHG, Offenhandelsgesellschaft. General Partnership. No minimum capital, unlimited liability of partners. KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited Partnership. GmbH and Company KG and GmbH and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is a GmbH. The GmbH and Company. GA it is a variant with shares. AG and Company KG and AG and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is an Aktiengesellschaft. The AG and Company. GA is a variant with shares. OHG, Offenhandelsgesellschaft. General Partnership. No minimum capital, unlimited liability of partners, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft. Limited partnership. GmbH and Company KG and GmbH and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is a GmbH. The GmbH and Company. GA, it is a variant with shares. AG and Company KG and AG and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is an Aktiengesellschaft. The AG and Company. GA is a variant with shares. GmbH and Company KG and GmbH and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is a GmbH. The GmbH and Company. GA, it is a variant with shares. AG and Company KG and AG and Company. GA, a special type of Kommanditgesellschaft in which the general partner is an Aktiengesellschaft. The AG and Company. GA is a variant with shares. Part G, PARTNERSCHAFTSGESELLSCH. Professional, service, partnership, companies, Kapitalgesellschaften. GA, Kommanditgesellschaft auf Aktien. Publicly traded partnership, US, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. Private limited company, Limited, UK, Limited Liability Company, LLC, US. Minimum capital EU 25,000. If under the trade name Unternehmer Gesellschaft, Haftungsbeschränkt, its minimum capital is EU 1, times the number of shares. AG, Aktiengesellschaft. Public Limited Company, PLC, UK, Corporation, US. Minimum capital EU 50,000. GA, Kommanditgesellschaft auf Aktien. Publicly traded partnership, US, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. Private limited company, Limited, UK, Limited Liability Company, LLC, US. Minimum capital EU 25,000. If under the trade name Unternehmer Gesellschaft, Haftungsbeschränkt, its minimum capital is EU 1, times the number of shares. AG, Aktiengesellschaft. Public Limited Company, PLC, UK, Corporation, US. Minimum capital EU 50,000.
Greece.
AE, Anonymi Eteria/Anonymi Arua, AE. PLC, UK, minimum capital EU 24,000. AVE, Anonymi Biomyonikium Bulki Eteria/Anonym Biome Kleinike Emperike Arua, ABE, AVE, Anonymi Biomyonikium Bulki Eteria/Anonym Biome Kleinike Emperike Arua, ABE, EE, Itrarithmi Eteria/Iteroruthum Teria, EE Limited Partnership, EPE, Eteria Periorismanus Uthenes/Arua Periorismans Uthunes, EPE. Limited, UK, minimum capital EU 4,500. MEPE, Monoprosopi Eteria Periorismanus Uthenes/Monoproso BPE, MEPE type of EPE. With a single member, MEPE, Monoprosopi Eteria Periorismanus Uthenes/Monoproso BPE, MEPE type of EPE. With a single member, OE, Homorhythmi Eteria/Amarathum Arua, OE General Partnership. OVEE, Homorhythmi Biomyonikium Bulki Eteria/Amarathum Biome Kleinike Emperike Arua, OBEE, OVEE, Homorhythmi Biomyonikium Bulki Eteria/Amarathum Biome Kleinike Emperike Arua, OBEE.
Guatemala.
YCA. SC. Sociedad Colectiva, YCA. SNC. Sociedad en Comandita Simple, CIA. LTDA. Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada, SA. Sociedad Anónima, CIA. SCA, Sociedad en Comandita por Actions.
Haiti.
Standardized Company. Legal form, Sociedad Anónima, SA, Stock Corporation. Minimum capital requirement, 25,000.
Hong Kong.
Limited, Limited Yuxian may denote either a private or public company limited by shares, or a company limited by guarantee. Under the company's ordinance, the name of a Hong Kong incorporated company may be registered in English, Chinese, or both, UN Ltd or ULTD, and Limited Wuxian, similar to a limited liability company, limited, but whose members or shareholders do not benefit from limited liability should the company ever go into formal liquidation. It is not a requirement under company law to add or state the word or designation unlimited, Wuxian, or its abbreviations, UN Ltd or ULTD, at the ending of its legal company name, and most unlimited companies do not.
Hungary.
EV. Ijini Valilkizo, sole proprietorship, EC. Ijini Keg, sole proprietorship registered at Companies House, BT. Batatita Sasag, partnership, at least one unlimited general partner and one limited partner, KFT. Call it Holt Velilosigatar Sasag. Limited, UK, KHT. Koshesu Tar Sasag, Community Interest Limited, UK, not registrable anymore, must use non-profit KFT. Instead, KKT. Koskera Tar Sasag. General Partnership, KV. Kosos Valalat, Joint Venture, RT. Rizvanata Sasag, Limited Company with shares, not registrable anymore, must use ZRT or NIT depending on publicness, ZRT. Zortkara and Mukado Rizvanata Sasag. Limited, UK, NIT. Nilvanozan Mukado Rizvanata Sasag. PLC, UK. Of these, only NIT, ZRT, the formerly used RT, and KFT have legal personality.
India.
Sole proprietorship, liability is unlimited, partnership, liability is joint and unlimited. Active partners take part in day-to-day operations of the business, in addition to investing in it. Active partners are entitled to a share of the enterprise's profits. Sleeping partners invest in the business and are entitled to a share of its profits, but do not participate in day-to-day operations. Active partners take part in day-to-day operations of the business, in addition to investing in it. Active partners are entitled to a share of the enterprise's profits. Sleeping partners invest in the business and are entitled to a share of its profits, but do not participate in day-to-day operations. Limited liability partnership, liability is limited, HUF, Hindu undivided family, businesses owned by a joint family belonging to Hindu religion. Even though Jain and Sikh families are not governed by the Hindu law, they can still form an HUF, cooperative, dormant company, a company which has been created for a future project or for holding assets including intellectual property of the company, family-owned business, private Ltd, private limited company. Limited, UK. May have 2 to 200 shareholders. Shares are held privately and cannot be offered to public. Small company, a company other than a public company whose paid-up share capital is not more than 50 lakh rupees or turnover does not exceed 2 crore rupees. Limited, public limited company. PLC, UK, Public Sector Unit, PSU, alternatively known as Public Sector Enterprise, PSE. It may be public limited company listed on stock exchanges with major ownership by a state government or a central government of India, or it may be unlisted entity with major ownership by a state government or a central government of India. Some of these entities are formed as business entities through special legislation, where these entities are governed by the statutes of these legislation and may or may not be governed by company laws like a typical business entity, one-person company. It is a type of private company which can have only one director and member, unlimited company. A company, similar to its limited company, limited, or private Ltd counterpart, but where the liability of the members or shareholders is not limited, incorporated company.
Indonesia.
Yayasan, Foundation, UD, Usaha Dagang, Sole Proprietorship, FAR, Firma, a partnership firm for the purpose of dealing with third parties, Cooperative, a cooperative, where the client's customers are also the owner. Maatschappij, persekutuan perdata, a professional partnership, where the partners are treated as natural persons for tax and liability purposes, for example kantoor akuntan publiek side tata and wajar, persekutuan komandita, Dutch, CV, commanditair vennootschap, limited partnership, perusahaan umum, perum, perusahaan jawatan, pejan, state-owned entities, for example perum peri, pejan rumah sakit fatmawati, PT, Pesero, TBK, PT, Pesero, state-owned or majority state-owned PT TBK or PT, for example PT Bank Mandiri, Pesero, TBK, PT, Persro and Terbatas. Limited, UK, for example PT Astra Honda Motor, PT TBK, Persro and Terbatas Terbuka or Persro and Terbuka. PLC, UK. Listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange, for example PT Multibintang Indonesia Tbk. Formerly also Dutch NV, Naamloos Vennootschap.
Iran.
SHRKHT Shmiem, Shirkat Sahami Am. PLC, UK, Public, SHRKHT Shmi KHS, Shirkat Sahami Cars. PLC, UK, Private, SHRKHTB Mulat MHTWD, Shirkat Bar Masuliat Mardaud. Limited, UK, SHRKHT MKHTLT Gaishmi, Shirkat Mokhtalet Gir Sahami. Limited Partnership, SHRKHT MKHTLT Shmi, Shirkat Mokhtalet Sahami, Mixed Joint Stock Partnership, SHRKHTTDMNY, Shirkat Tazamani. General Partnership, SHRKHTNSBY, Shirkat Nasabi, Proportional Liability Partnership, SHRKHTT TWLYD WMSRF, Shirkat Tuavani Tolid Var Masraf, Production and Consumption Cooperative.
Ireland.
Similar to United Kingdom below, though without the class community interest company. There were two forms of company limited by guarantee, but only the form without a share capital is now used. Irish names may also be used, such as CPT, Kidiachta Phobli Theoranta, for PLC, and TO, Theoranta, for limited. Limited company, 4 types. Private company limited by shares. If company is wound up, members' liability is limited to the amount, if any, and paid on the shares they hold. Maximum number of members in the Republic of Ireland is 99. Company limited by guarantee not having a share capital, public company. Must have at least 7 members. Members' liability limited to amount they have undertaken to contribute to company assets. If wound up, liability does not exceed amount specified in memorandum. If a guarantee company does not have a share capital, members are not required to buy shares, such as charities. Company limited by guarantee having a share capital, as with a private company if the maximum number of members is 99. Members have liability either for the amount, if any, that is unpaid on the shares they hold, or for the amount they have undertaken to contribute to company assets, in the event that it is wound up. A public limited company must have at least 7 members. Liability is limited to the amount, if any, and paid on shares they hold. Unlawful to issue any form of prospectus except in compliance with the Companies Acts 1963 to 2006. Nominal value of companies' allotted share capital must satisfy specified minimums which must be fully paid before company commences business or exercises any borrowing powers. Private company limited by shares. If company is wound up, members' liability is limited to the amount, if any, and paid on the shares they hold. Maximum number of members in the Republic of Ireland is 99. Company limited by guarantee not having a share capital, public company. Must have at least 7 members. Members' liability limited to amount they have undertaken to contribute to company assets. If wound up, liability does not exceed amount specified in memorandum. If a guarantee company does not have a share capital, members are not required to buy shares, such as charities. Company limited by guarantee having a share capital, as with a private company if the maximum number of members is 99. Members have liability either for the amount, if any, that is unpaid on the shares they hold, or for the amount they have undertaken to contribute to company assets, in the event that it is wound up. A public limited company must have at least 7 members. Liability is limited to the amount, if any, unpaid on shares they hold. Unlawful to issue any form of prospectus except in compliance with the Companies Acts 1963 to 2006. Nominal value of company's allotted share capital must satisfy specified minimums which must be fully paid before company commences business or exercises any borrowing powers. Single-member company, private company limited by shares or a guarantee company having a share capital, which is incorporated with 1 member, or whose membership is reduced to 1 person. Must have at least 2 directors and 1 secretary. Sole member can dispense with holding general meetings including annual general meetings. Unlimited company, no limit on liability of members. Creditors may have recourse to shareholders for unpaid liabilities of the company. Must have at least 2 shareholders. Undertakings for collective investment in transferable securities, UCITS. Public limited companies formed under EU regulation and the Companies Acts 1963 to 2006. Sole object of a UCIT is collective investment in transferable securities of capital raised from the public that operates on the principle of risk spreading. Central Bank of Ireland must approve all registrations of UCITS, European Economic Interest Groupings, EEIG, mechanism for a business within the EU to engage in cross-border commerce. Purpose is to facilitate or develop economic activities of its members. Must have between 2 and 20 members which may be companies or individuals from different EU states. Societas Europaea, SE, a European public limited liability company formed under EU regulation and the European Communities Regulations 2007. Can be formed by merger or as a holding or subsidiary SE or by conversion of a PLC to an SE. Must have members from different member states unless an SE itself is setting up a subsidiary SE.
Israel.
BM/BMBM, Be'araven Mugbal, literally, by limited liability warranty, usually translated limited in English, pronounced BM in Hebrew, company, corporation, formed and registered in Israel in accordance with Israeli law. Most companies limit liability of their members in the form of shares. In this case the term limited, or the abbreviation limited must appear as part of the full name of the company. Private company, 1 to 50 shareholders, 1 director, may not offer or sell stock or debentures to the public. Articles must contain restriction on transfer of shares. Public company, minimum 7 shareholders, may offer stock or debentures to the public after issuing a prospectus with specified information. Must publish annual report that includes audited financial statements and director's report, filed with Register of Companies, available to the public. Private company, 1 to 50 shareholders, 1 director, may not offer or sell stock or debentures to the public. Articles must contain restriction on transfer of shares. Public company, minimum 7 shareholders, may offer stock or debentures to the public after issuing a prospectus with specified information. Must publish annual report that includes audited financial statements and director's report, filed with Register of Companies, available to the public. Foreign company, branch, company formed overseas may have a branch or local office in Israel. Must register as a foreign company with Register of Companies within 1 month of its establishment. If the company uses limited as part of its name, it must display its name and the country where it is formed in every invoice, letter, announcement, advertisement, or other official publication. No requirement to publish financial statements of a private company, partnership, entity that consists of persons who contract to form a partnership. Personal liability of the partners is not limited unless they are limited partners of limited partnerships. A foreign partnership is also permitted to do business in Israel. Self-employed, a self-employed person works entirely for him/herself and is entirely liable for the business. Same rules of registration apply. Cooperative, entity found mainly in agriculture, such as a kibbutz or moshav, or transportation, or certain types of marketing operations associated with agricultural products. Non-profit organization, mainly academic institutions, hospitals, charitable organizations, and municipalities. Non-profits are subject to a special law governing their formation and operations.
Italy.
Form individuali. Artigiano, lavoratore autonomo, libero professionista, imprenditore. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, artigiano, lavoratore autonomo, libero professionista, imprenditore. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, società di persone, partnerships. SS. Società semplice. General partnership, non-commercial, SNC. Società in nome collettivo. General partnership, commercial, SAS, società in accomandita semplice. Limited partnership, SS. Società semplice. General partnership, non-commercial, SNC. Società in nome collettivo. General partnership, commercial, SAS, società in accomandita semplice. Limited partnership, società di capitali, companies. SPA, società per azioni. Joint stock company, PLC, UK, corporation, US, SAPA, società in accomandita per azioni. Publicly traded partnership, SRL, società non responsabilità limitata. Limited, UK, LLC, US, SPA, società per azioni. Joint stock company, PLC, UK, corporation, US, SAPA, società in accomandita per azioni. Publicly traded partnership, SRL, società non responsabilità limitata. Limited, UK, LLC, US, cooperative. SCRL. Società cooperativa non responsabilità limitata, cooperative limited, liability, company, SCRL. Società cooperativa non responsabilità limitata, cooperative limited, liability, company.
Japan.
Business corporations are referred to as kesha, huishi, and are formed under the Companies Law of 2005. There are currently, 2010, 5 types and each of them has legal personality. Tsushi huishi, Kubashiki kesha or Kubashiki gaisha, KK Lit Stock Company, the most typical form of business corporation, Yuxian huishi, Yugan kesha or Yugan gaisha, YK Lit Limited Company, a close corporation formed for smaller businesses, abolished in 2006. Hitong huishi, Godo kesha or Godo gaisha, GK Lit Amalgamated Company, a close corporation formed similar to the American LLC, introduced in 2006 instead of abolished YK. Hizai huishi, Goshi kesha or Goshi gaisha, GSK Corporation similar to a limited partnership. Himing huishi, Gomyu kesha or Gomyu gaisha, GMK Corporation similar to a general partnership. Partnerships are referred to as kumarai, zuhi. Each of these 4 types has no legal personality, though other corporations, which include kumarai in their name, have. Renyi zuhi, Ninri kumarai, NK General Partnership, Civil Code, Niming zuhi, Tokumu kumarai, TK Anonymous Partnership, an investment bilateral contract, Commercial Code, Book 2 Ch4 Article 535 Sec. 2 Zaishi Yuxian Ren Zuhi, Toshi Jijo Yugan Sakinin Kumarai, Limited Partnership for Investment, Limited Partnership for Investment Act 1998, Rev 2004, Yuxian Ren Shizuhi, Yugan Sakinin Jijo Kumarai, similar to a Limited Liability Partnership, Limited Liability Partnership Act of 2005.
Jordan.
Partnership, General Partnership Company, Limited Liability Company, Limited Liability in Shares, Limited Liability in Shares, Public Shareholding, Public Listed Stock Company, Private Shareholding Companies, Private Listed Stock Company, foreign company, non-Jordanian company operating in Jordan.
Kazakhstan.
AO, Akcionerno Obstwo, joint stock company. 2. Towarzystwo s Ograniczone Towarzystwo s Ograniczone limited liability partnership, TDO, Towarzystwo s Dopolnitelne Towarzystwo s Dopolnitelne additional liability partnership, GP, Gospodarstweno Predpriety, state company, KT, Komanditno Towarzystwo. Komanditno Towarzystwo, OO, Obstweno Obednini/Obstweno Obdanini, social association, PT, Polno Towarzystwo/Polno Towarzystwo, full partnership, PTK, Podbibitelskie Cooperative/Potrobitelskie Cooperative, PRK, Prizvitsveni Cooperative/Prizvitsven Cooperative, RO, Religioso Obednini/Religioso Obdanini, UCHR, Urazdani Urzdani.
Korea, South.
Juziguzalotsushi Huishi, Juzik Hozar. PLC, UK, Yuan Hozar or Yuxian Huishi, Yuhan Hozar. Limited, UK, Habja Hozar or Hizai Huishi, Habja Hozar, corporation similar to a limited partnership, Habmail Nuzar or Himing Huishi, Habmung Hozar, corporation similar to a general partnership.
Latvia.
SIA, Sabaidreba Bezatuat Limited, UK, AS, Akshaja Sabaidreba. PLC, UK, IK, Individual Acmiscence, PS, Pilnsabaidreba, KS, Komandit Sabaidreba.
Lebanon.
SAL, Société Anonyme Libanaise, a form of a joint stock company.
Lithuania.
UAB, Uzdarogi Aksin Bendrove. Limited, UK, AB, Aksin Bendrove. PLC, UK, VSI, Vsoji Istaga. Non-profit organisation. 2. Individuali Imon. Sole proprietorship, TUB, Tykraji Akine Bendrija. General partnership, KUB, Kumandatina Akine Bendrija. Limited partnership, MB, Mazaji Bendrija. Small partnership.
Luxembourg.
SA, Société Anonyme. PLC, UK, SARL, Société Responsabilité Limitée. Limited, UK, Société N Commandite Simple, SECS. Limited partnership.
Macedonia.
AD/AD, Akcionersko Društvo. PLC, UK, or joint stock company, DOO/DOO, Društvo so Ograničena Odgovornost. Limited, UK, DOOEL/DOOEL, Društvo so Ograničena Odgovornost Osnovano od jednolitca, type of DOO with a single member, KD/KD, Komanditno Društvo. Limited partnership, KDA/KDA, Komanditno Društvo so AKTSII. Limited partnership with shares, JTD/JTD, Zhnotkovsko Društvo. General partnership.
Malaysia.
BHD. Bahad. Limited, My, SDN. BHD. Sandirian Bahad. Private Limited. My.
Mexico. Business entities according to the Ley General de Sociedades Mercantiles General Law of Business Entities.
SA, Sociedad Anónima. PLC, UK, SDRL, Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. Limited, UK, Associates Name and Y Compañía, or Associates Name and Y Sucesores, Sociedad en Nombre Colectivo. General Partnership, SNC. Sociedad en Comandita Simple. Limited Partnership, SNC por A. Sociedad en Comandita por Actions. Master Limited Partnership. Note: Any of these entities can be incorporated as a capital variable entity, in which case has to add the de CV suffix to its company name. Example, SA de CV, SDRL de CV.
Business entities according to the Ley del Mercado de Valores stock market law.
SAB, Sociedad Anónima Bursátil, SAPI, Sociedad Anónima Promotora de Inversión.
Mongolia.
KHK, Kivtsort Company. Joint Stock Company, KHKHK, Kayasgorlik Malkarits Company. PLC, UK, Limited Liability Company, TBB, Taurian Bus Baguaga. Non-governmental organization.
Namibia.
Close corporation, companies, private, public and Section 21, sole trader, partnership, trusts, cooperatives.
Nepal.
Private limited company, liability, limited by shares. Name, cannot be deceptively similar to another registered company. Management, at least one director. Shareholders, limited to 1 to 50 excluding persons who are employed by company, prohibition against any invitation to the public to subscribe for shares. Founders, 1 to 50. Nationality, Nepalese company. Company purpose, any lawful purpose except industry on negative list. Formation, file memorandum and articles of association with Registrar of Companies, public limited company, liability, limited by shares. Name, cannot be deceptively similar to another registered company. Management, at least 3 directors. Shareholders, minimum 7, no maximum. Share subscription by public pursuant to a prospectus that complies with Companies Act of 2007 and Securities Act. A private limited company can convert to public limited company by complying with Companies Act of 2007. Founders, minimum 7. Nationality, Nepalese company. Company purpose, any lawful purpose except industry on negative list. Formation, file memorandum and articles of association with Registrar of Companies, branch, liability, main company remains liable. Name, same as main company. Nationality, foreign company. Company purpose, any lawful purpose except industry on negative list. Formation, file memorandum and articles of association with Registrar of Companies, plus permission to work in Nepal by concerned authority. Founders, main branch.
Netherlands.
Stichting. Foundation. Can run a business. No profit distribution to founders or board members, mutual societies, associations which are allowed to pay dividends to their members. Liability may be unlimited, WA Wetteligaanspreekelijkheid, limited, BAB Pactaanspreekelijkheid, or exempt, UA Wietseluiting van Aanspreekelijkheid. Cooperatie. Cooperative society, Onderling Waarborgmaatschappij. Mutual insurance company, cooperatie. Cooperative society, Onderling Waarborgmaatschappij. Mutual insurance company, MTS, Maatschap. Group practice, of professionals, for example doctors, accountants, lawyers. Share facilities not profits, members are treated as natural persons for tax and liability purposes, Eenmanszaak. Sole trader, UK, sole proprietorship, US, incorporated entities. VOF, Vennootschap onder firma. GP, CV, Commanditair Vennootschap. LP, BV, Belleton Vennootschap. Limited, UK, LLC, US. Shares are privately registered and not freely transferable. The name means closed company, stemming from the fact that the group of shareholder S is cannot be changed without consent from the majority of shareholder S. NV, Naamloos Vennootschap. PLC, UK, Corporation, US. Minimum issued share capital upon incorporation, EU 45,000. Literally translated, the title has the nameless company, owing to the fact that shareholders are not formally known as such in company statutes and other legal documents. VOF, Vennootschap onder firma. GP, CV, Commanditair Vennootschap. LP, BV, Balloton Vennootschap. Limited, UK, LLC, US. Shares are privately registered and not freely transferable. The name means closed company, stemming from the fact that the group of shareholder S is cannot be changed without consent from the majority of shareholder S, NV, Namloos Vennootschap. PLC, UK, Corporation, US. Minimum issued share capital upon incorporation, EU 45,000. Literally translated, the title has the nameless company, owing to the fact that shareholders are not formally known as such in company statutes and other legal documents. Companies are registered on the Companies Register and with a regional chamber of commerce.
New Zealand.
Limited, Limited. PLC or Limited, UK. Names of limited liability companies that were registered under the Companies Act 1993, but not those that were registered under the Companies Act 1955, must end with the word limited, the words TAPI, limited, or the suffix limited. Look through company.
Nigeria.
Limited, Limited, a private company limited by shares. Public limited company, PLC, a public company limited by shares, limited by guarantee, limited/GTE. A company limited by guarantee, non-profit company, unlimited, ULTD. A company with a share capital, similar to its limited company, limited, or PLC counterparts, but where the liability of the members or shareholders is not limited.
Norway.
ASA, Allmenningsgeselskap. PLC, UK. Minimum capital 1 million Norwegian kroner, AS, Aksjeselskap. Limited, UK. Minimum capital 30,000 Norwegian kroner, ANS, Ansvarlig Selskap, General Partnership with Mutual Liability, BA, Selskap med begrenset ansvar, Cooperatives and companies created by legislation, BL, Beredslag, Housing Share Company, DA, Selskap med delt ansvar, General Partnership with apportioned liability, Inkeltepersoonforetak, Sole Proprietorship, ETAT, State, County or Municipal Agency, FKF, Fylkeskommunalt Foretak, County Enterprise, HF, Helseforetak, Subsidiary Health Enterprise, IKS, Intercommunalt Selskap, Intermunicipal Enterprise, Owner's Liability, KF, Kommunalt Foretak, Municipal Enterprise, Owner's Liability, KS, Kommandit Selskap. Limited Partnership, NUF, Norsk Registrert Utenlandsk Foretak, Foreign Enterprise registered in Norway, RHF, Regionalt Helseforetak, Regional Health Enterprise, SF, Stos Foretak, State Enterprise, Sparebank, Savings Bank, Stiftelse, a foundation, with capital but without members or shareholders. It is allowed to make a profit, but is more suited for non-commercial purposes.
Oman.
SAOG, Société Anonyme Générale, Public Joint Stock Company, SAOC, Société Anonyme Closed Joint Stock Company.
Pakistan.
Limited, Limited. PLC, UK, SME PVT, Limited, Single Member Company, Private Ltd, Private Limited Company. Limited, UK, Unlimited Company. A company, similar to its limited company, limited, or private Ltd counterpart, but where the liability of the members or shareholders is not limited.
Peru.
SA, Sociedad Anónima. PLC, UK, Sociedad Anónima Abierta, SAA. To qualify to register as an SAA, a company must meet one or more conditions laid down in Article 249 of Peru's General Corporation Law. Those conditions state there must be a primary public offering of shares or convertible bonds and stocks, which are held by more than 750 shareholders, more than 35% of its capital belonging to 175 shareholders, or that all shareholders entitled to vote approve the adjustment to the scheme. The SAA is then audited by the Comisión Nacional Supervisora de Empresas y Valores, CONASOV.
Philippines.
Company, can be used for general partnerships, coop. Cooperative, corporation, enterprise, incorporated, LLC, limited liability company, limited company, for limited partnerships. Older forms, now rarely used. Compañía, for partnerships and other forms of business during the Spanish rule. Sociedad Anónima, formed under Spanish rule.
Poland.
Jednuso buidzalnos gospodarcze, sole proprietorship, pp. Przedsiębiorstwo państwo, state enterprise, has legal personality, s.a., spółka akcyjna. plc, UK. Minimum share capital 100,000 Polish zloty, approximately EU 25,000, SC. Spółka cywilna, civil partnership, not a partnership or a company, but rather an agreement on the sharing of profits, losses and ownership of a business. Can be likened to a voluntary association, SKA, spółka komandytowa akcyjna, limited partnership with shares. Minimum share capital 50,000 Polish zloty, approximately EU 12,500, SPJ. Spółka działalna. General partnership, SPK. Spółka komandytowa. Limited partnership, SPP. Spółka partnerska. Limited liability partnership may also be denoted by the addition of I partner, ZY, and partner, S, to the firm's name. Can only be used for the purpose of practicing as a licensed professional listed in the appropriate provision of the Commercial Companies Code. The partners are fully liable for the partnership's debts, with the exception of debts incurred by other partners practicing their licensed profession and employees under their direction, SP. ZOO. Spółka Zagraniczna Odpowiedzialność. Limited, UK. Minimum share capital 5,000 Polish zloty, approximately EU 1,250, spółdzielnia. Cooperative. Has legal personality. May also be denoted by the word spółdzielczy in the firm's name. References: Polish, Commercial Companies Code of September 15, 2000, DZU. No. 94 Item 1037 as amended. Polish, Civil Code of April 23, 1964, DZU. No. 16 Item 93 as amended. Polish, Law on Cooperatives of September 16, 1982, DZU 2003 No. 188 Item 1848 as amended.
Portugal.
CRL, Cooperativa de Responsabilidade Limitada, Limited Liability Cooperative, SA, Sociedade Anónima. PLC, UK, and these are further classified as SA, Sociedade Aberta. Publicly Traded Corporation, literally open company. SF, Sociedade Fechada. Privately held, closely held, corporation, literally closed company, SA, Sociedade Aberta. Publicly Traded Corporation, literally open company, SF, Sociedade Fechada. Privately held, closely held, corporation, literally closed company, LDA. Limitada. Limited, UK, and these might be Unipersonal LDA single-member company, literally, Unipersonal Limited, Unipersonal LDA single-member company, literally, Unipersonal Limited, SGPS, Sociedade Gestora de Participação Social, Holding Corporation, literally shareholding management company.
Romania.
SA, Societate Pe Acțiuni. PLC, UK, SCA, Societate Încomandată Pe Acțiuni, Limited Partnership with Shares, SCS, Societate Încomandată Simplă. Limited Partnership, SNC, Societate Nume Collective. General Partnership, SRL, Société Correspondante Limitata. Limited, UK, ONG, Organisatei non-governamentale. Non-state pension fund, literally, non-governmental organization.
Russia.
Nekomischska Organizacja Nekomischska Organizacja, non-profit organization. There are many types of non-profits in Russia. The type depends on the ownership of the assets. Non-state pension fund Negosierdarstven pension fund, for example, GPGP, GUP, Gosierdarstvennoy Unitarnoy Predpriety Gosierdarstveno Unitano Predpriety, state, unitary, enterprise, IPIP, Individualny Predprinemetal Individualny Predprinemetal Sole Proprietorship, OOO, Obszczstwo s ograniczenoje otwierstvenosti Obszczstwo s ograniczenoje otwierstvenosti LLC, UK, OAO, Odkrytwa akcjonarne Obszczstwo Odkryto akcjonarne Obszczstwo. PLC, UK, Publicly Traded Shares, similar to a corporation in the US, cooperative, many types, which differ by the type of activity, for example agricultural, production, etc. ZAO, Zakryto akcjonarne Obszczstwo Zakryto akcjonarne Obszczstwo. Limited, UK, privately held shares, similar to a closed corporation, or closely held corporation, in the US, maximum 50 owners of capital, not shareholders. If there are more 50 owners of capital, they have a year to transform into a OAO, Prostoi Towarzystwo, General Partnership, and Komanditne Towarzystwo, Limited Partnership. These types of business entities are not popular, approximately 0.5% of total amount of business entities. Otsiestweno Partnerstwo, business partnership, is secret entity. There are not analog in other jurisdictions.
Saudi Arabia.
Private limited company, SHRK at DHT Muli at MHDWD at, joint stock company, SHRK at MSHM at, general partnership company, SHRK at TDMN, limited partnership, SHRK at LTWSY at LBSYT at, foreign company, SHRK at JNBY at, individual establishment, MWSS at FADY at.
Serbia.
AD/AD, Akcjonarsko Društvo/Akcjonarsko Društvo. PLC, UK. AG, Germany, DOO/DOO. Društvo za ograničenje modgovernostku/Društvo za ograničenje modgovernostku. Limited, UK. GmbH, Germany, KD/KD. Komanditno Društvo/Komanditno Društvo. Limited Partnership, UK, OD/OD. Ortako Društvo/Ortako Društvo. General Partnership, UK, Producentnik. Sole Proprietorship, UK.
Singapore.
Private limited company, sole proprietorship and partnership are the predominant types of business found in Singapore. LLP, limited liability partnership, owners have the flexibility of operating as a partnership while enjoying limited liability. An LLP can sue and be sued, acquire and hold property, and have a common seal. Limited BHD Pte Limited SDN BHD, private limited company Sandiran Bahad. Limited, UK. Maximum 50 shareholders. There also exist exempt private companies, being either owned by no more than 20 non-corporate shareholders, or wholly state-owned and designated by the finance minister as exempt. Limited BHD, Public Limited Company Bahad. PLC, UK. There also exist public companies limited by guarantee, which conduct non-profit activities. The finance minister may approve the registration of such companies without the addition of the word limited, or Bahad to the name. Singapore subsidiary company is a popular term used for a form of Singapore business entity. A subsidiary company can have different structures but is essentially a private limited company and so is a separate legal entity. Characteristics of a Singapore subsidiary company include, I. 100% foreign ownership is allowed, e. The company enjoys low tax incentives as per a resident company, e. Repatriation of profits is allowed, and if the minimum paid-up capital required is $1 Singapore, other forms including PTE exist.
Slovakia.
AS. Aktiebespoloknost. plc, UK. Minimum share capital 1 million Slovak korun, approximately EU 25,000. Must have a supervisory board in addition to the management board, SRO, SPOL. SRO. Spoloknost s Rusinum Obmdzenim. Limited, UK, KS. Komanditna Spoloknost. LLP. Or Limited Liability Partnership, UK. Must have at least one general partner with unlimited liability, VOS. Verejanobkotna Spoloknost. General partnership or unlimited partnership, Društvo. Cooperative.
Slovenia.
DD. Dielnička družba. plc, UK, DOO. Družba z omezenou odgovornostjo. Limited, UK, DNO. Družba z neomezenou odgovornostjo. Unlimited Company, UK, KD. Komanditna družba. LP, UK, SP. Samostatny podjetnik. Sole proprietorship, UK.
South Africa.
Sole proprietorship alienar, business trust, partnership vennootskap, companies maatskap. Company limited by guarantee. Incorporated association not for gain vereniging zonder winstvermaak, Section 21 Company Article 21 Maatskappij. Non-profit association. Companies having a share capital. Private company Privaat Maatskappij. Private limited company, UK, limited liability company, US. Has 1 to 50 shareholders, 1 or more directors. The name must end, Thai, Limited. Registration number N/07. Registration number and directors' names must appear on all correspondence. Section 53, B, Company, Unlimited Liability Company. Professional Limited Liability Company, PLLC, US. Public Company Publiek Maatskappij. Public Limited Company, UK, Corporation, US. Has at least 7 shareholders, unless it is a wholly owned subsidiary of another company, and at least 2 directors. The company's name must end in limited. Its registration number ends in /06, Company limited by guarantee. Incorporated association not for gain vereniging zonder winstvermaak, Section 21 Company Article 21 Maatskappij. Non-profit association, incorporated association not for gain vereniging zonder winstvermaak, Section 21 Company Article 21 Maatskappij. Non-profit association, companies having a share capital. Private company Privaat Maatskappij. Private limited company, UK, limited liability company, US. Has 1 to 50 shareholders, 1 or more directors. The name must end, Thai, Limited. Registration number N/07. Registration number and directors' names must appear on all correspondence. Section 53, B, Company, Unlimited Liability Company. Professional Limited Liability Company, PLLC, US. Public Company Publiek Maatskappij. Public Limited Company, UK, Corporation, US. Has at least 7 shareholders, unless it is a wholly owned subsidiary of another company, and at least 2 directors. The company's name must end in limited. Its registration number ends in /06, Private Company Privaat Maatskappij. Private Limited Company, UK, Limited Liability Company, US. Has 1 to 50 shareholders, 1 or more directors. The name must end, Thai, Limited. Registration number N/07. Registration number and directors' names must appear on all correspondence. Section 53, B, Company, Unlimited Liability Company. Professional Limited Liability Company, PLLC, US, Section 53, B, Company, Unlimited Liability Company. Professional Limited Liability Company, PLLC, US, Public Company Public Maatskappij. Public Limited Company, UK, Corporation, US. Has at least 7 shareholders, unless it is a wholly owned subsidiary of another company, and at least 2 directors. The company's name must end in limited. Its registration number ends in /06. CCBK, Close Corporation Beslot Corporacy, has 1 to 10 non-corporate members. The name must end CC, or BK. Registration number ends /23. Registration number and members' names must appear on all correspondence. On May 1, 2011, the New Companies Act, Act 71 of 2008, came into force and disallows any new incorporations under this form.
Spain.
SA, Sociedad Anónima. PLC, UK, minimum capital EU 60,101.21, SAD, Sociedad Anónima Deportiva, a limited liability sports corporation, SL, Sociedad Limitada. Limited, UK, minimum capital EU 3012, SLL, Sociedad Limitada Laboral, a labor limited corporation, SLNE, Sociedad Limitada Nova Empresa, similar to SL. It was introduced in 2003 to speed up new company registration. Registration can be completed in 1 day. Minimum capital EU 3012, SC, Sociedad Colectiva, roughly a general partnership, SCRA. Sociedad Comandataria, roughly a limited partnership, SCOOP. Sociedad Cooperativa, a cooperative that typically is owned and democratically controlled by its workers. Other initializations are used for cooperatives. Sociedad Anónima Laboral, SAL. Some are region-specific, for example Sociedad Cooperativa Catalana Limitada, SCCL. Other initializations are used for cooperatives. Sociedad Anónima Laboral, SAL. Some are region-specific, for example Sociedad Cooperativa Catalana Limitada, SCCL.
Sweden.
AB, Aktiebolag. Limited, UK. Minimum capital 50,000 Swedish krona, AB, PAB, Public Aktiebolag. PLC, UK. Minimum capital 500,000 Swedish krona, EKFOR. Ekonomisk Förening, Economic Association, minimum 3 members. Bostadsrättsförening, Homeowners Association, Hyresrättsförening, Home Renters Association, Cooperative, Cooperative, Bostadsrättsförening, Homeowners Association, Hyresrättsförening, Home Renters Association, Cooperative, Cooperative, in skilled firma, sole proprietorship, HB, Handelsbolag. General Partnership, KB, Kommanditbolag. Limited Partnership, Enkeltbolag, regulated partnership between 2 parts, companies or private persons, ideal foreigning, non-profit organization, stiftelse, foundation has capital or property but no members or owners, shareholders.
Switzerland.
Stiftung/Foundation/Fondation. Foundation, investment fund, Anlagefonds/Fonds de Placement/Fondo de Investimento. Investmentgesellschaft mit festem Kapital/SICAF, Société d'Investissement de Capital Fix/SICAF, Società di Investimento a Capital Fisso. Investment Trust, UK, Closed-end Company, US, Investmentgesellschaft mit variablem Kapital/SICAV, Société d'Investissement a Capital Variable/SICAV, Società di Investimento a Capital Variabile. OEIC, Open-ended Investment Company, UK, Open-end Company, US, Investmentgesellschaft mit festem Kapital/SICAF, Société d'Investissement a Capital Fix/SICAF, Società di Investimento a Capital Fisso. Investment Trust, UK, Closed-end Company, US, Investmentgesellschaft mit variablem Kapital /SICAV, Société d'investissement à capital variable, /SICAV, Société d'investimento a capital variable. OEIC, Open-Ended Investment Company, UK, Open-End Company, US, Verein/Association/Association. Non-profit association, WIG, Wirtschaftliche Interessengemeinschaft, Groupement économique, Gruppo de Interesse Economico. EIG, Economic Interest Grouping, Einzelunternehmen/RI, Raison Individual/Ditter Individual. Sole Trader, UK, Sole Proprietorship, US, Gesellschaft Business Entities. Partnerships, Rechtsgemeinschaft/Société de Personen/Société de Personen. E.g., Ehrenfachgesellschaft/Société Simple/Société Simplis. Partnership by Contract, COL-G, Kollektivgesellschaft/SNC, Société en nom collectif/Société en nom collettivo. GP, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft/SC, Société en Kommandite/Société en Akkommandite. LP. Trading Companies, Corpuschaft/Société de Capito/Société de Capital. COMAG, KOMMANDITAKTIENGESELLSCHAFT/SCA, Société en Commandite par Actions/Société en Akkommandite per Azioni. Publicly Traded Partnership, PTP, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung/Zahl, Société Responsabilität Limitée/Siegel, Société Garanzia Limitata. Limited, UK, LLC, US, AG, Aktiengesellschaft/SA, Société Anonyme/SA, Société Anonyme. PLC, UK, Corporation, US Can, Partnerships, Rechtsgemeinschaft/Société de Personen/Société de Personen. E.g., Ehrenfachgesellschaft/Société Simple/Société Simplis. Partnership by Contract, COL-G, Kollektivgesellschaft/SNC, Société en nom collectif/Société en nom collettivo. GP, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft/SC, Société en Kommandite/Société en Akkommandite. LP, e.g., Ehrenfachgesellschaft/Société Simple/Société Simplis. Partnership by Contract, COL-G, Kollektivgesellschaft/SNC, Société en nom collectif/Société en nom collettivo. GP, KG, Kommanditgesellschaft/SC, Société en Kommandite/Société en Akkommandite. LP, Trading Companies, Corpuschaft/Société de Capito/Société de Capital. COMAG, KOMMANDITAKTIENGESELLSCHAFT/SCA, Société en Commandite par Actions/Société en Akkommandite per Azioni. Publicly Traded Partnership, PTP, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung/Zahl, Société Responsabilität Limitée/Siegel, Société Garanzia Limitata. Limited, UK, LLC, US, AG, Aktiengesellschaft/SA, Société Anonyme/SA, Société Anonyme. PLC, UK, Corporation, US Can, COMAG, KOMMANDITAKTIENGESELLSCHAFT/SCA, Société en Commandite par Actions/Société en Akkommandite per Azioni. Publicly Traded Partnership, PTP, GmbH, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung/Zahl, Société Responsabilität Limitée/Siegel, Société Garanzia Limitata. Limited, UK, LLC, US, AG, Aktiengesellschaft/SA, Société Anonyme/SA, Société Anonyme. PLC, UK, Corporation, US Can, Genossenschaft/Scoop, Société cooperative, /Société cooperativa. Cooperative, Zwaindelisong /succursale /succursale. Branch, of a company.
Taiwan,
Wuxiangongxi, Unlimited Company, Yuxiangongxi, Limited Company, Lianghigongxi, Limited Partnership, Gaifen Yuxiangongxi, Public Limited Company or Corporation.
Thailand,
Brisafmachang Kamkad, Name Format Brisath Corporation Name Kamkad, Mhachn. plc, UK. Minimum 15 shareholders. Brisate KCHNCCHAMKAD, Name Format Brisath Corporation Name Kamkad. Limited, UK. Minimum 3 shareholders. Hayangunswan Kamkad, Name Format Hayangunsan Corporation Name Kamkad. Limited Partnership, Hayangunsan Zarmainitib UKHKHL, Name Format Hayangunsan Corporation Name. General Partnership.
Turkey,
According to Code of Obligations, 5th Book of Civil Code, Act No. 6098. Oddie Circuit. Simple partnership, has no legal personality. According to the Commercial Code, Act No. 6102. Saris Circuitary. Partnerships. Co. St. Collective Circuit. Collective Partnership, Com. St. Commandite Circuit. Commandite partnership can be established as simple commandite partnership or as commandite company divided into shares, so may isi palera belamas commandite circuit. So may circuitary. Companies. AS/AO, Anonym Circuit/Anonym Auto Clique. Joint stock company minimum capital is 50 Turkish new lira. Registered shares, of a minimum par value of 0 Turkish new lira, 01 each. Only type of company that can be publicly traded in Turkish law, limited. St/LS/LO, limited circuit/limited auto clique. Limited company minimum capital is 10 Turkish new lira. Registered shares, of a minimum par value of 25 Turkish new lira each. According to the Capital Markets Act, Act No. 6362. HAAO, Halko Asik Anonym Auto Clique. Publicly held corporation. This essentially is a special type of AO. These type of companies can only be established as AOs. According to the Cooperatives Act, Act No. 1136. Coop. Cooperative Circuit. Cooperative. Other entities. Irtibat Beresu. Liaison Office, Cyrus v. Marcy. Sole Proprietorship, SB. Sub. Branch.
Ukraine,
DAT, Державnaktsen and Tовариство Державnaktsen and Tовариство. PLC, UK, National, FOP, Fizikna Osoba Підприємець FOP, Sole Proprietorship, KT, Commandant and Tовариство. Limited Partnership, Pint per Pint, Proven Tовариство. General Partnership, TDV, Tовариство Z. Dodatkovoye vidповідальність Tовариство Z. Dodatkovoye vidповідальність. Additional Liability Company, TOB, Tовариство Z. Обмеженої відповідальність Tовариство Z. Обмеженої відповідальність. Limited, UK. Minimum capital equals 1 minimum wage, 960 Ukrainian hryvnia to 29.05 Ukrainian hryvnia .2011, PPPP, Privatne Підприємство. Limited, UK. No minimum capital, VAT Vykrite Aktien and Tовариство, or PAT, Public Naktien and Tовариство, since April 29, 2009. PLC, UK, Public. Minimum capital 630,000 Ukrainian hryvnia, ZAT, Zakt Aktien and Tовариство, or Prat, Privat Naktien and Tовариство, since April 29, 2009. plc, UK, private, at Aktion Tovaristvo Aktion Tovaristvo. JSC. Company formation is regulated by the Ukrainian Civil Code and Commercial Code, Law of Commercial Companies, Law of Stock Companies, Law and Order.
United Kingdom.
CIC or Community Interest Company, CIO or Charitable Incorporated Organization, Industrial and Provident Society, for example a cooperative, which does include limited at the end of its name, or charity, partnerships. General Partnership, LLP or Limited Liability Partnership, LP or Limited Partnership, General Partnership, LLP or Limited Liability Partnership, LP or Limited Partnership, Companies. Limited or SIF, Limited, or Welsh Sefeindig, a private company limited by shares, the shares not being traded publicly, PLC or CCC, Public Limited Company, or Welsh CWMNI Sefeindig Cyhoeddiws, a company whose shares may be traded publicly. Requires an authorised minimum share capital of PS 50,000. Of which it must have allotted shares to the value of at least PS 50,000 and a minimum of 25% must be fully paid up prior to starting business. Private company limited by guarantee. Such a company must include limited or limited at the end of its name, so cannot readily be distinguished from a private company limited by shares, unless it cannot distribute its profits. Guarantee companies are commonly used by not-for-profit organizations, which may omit limited at the end of their names. Unlimited company, or Welsh Anghyffeindig. A company either with or without a share capital whose members or shareholders do not benefit from limited liability should the company ever go into formal liquidation. It is not a requirement under company law to add or state the word or designation unlimited or its abbreviations, UNLTD, or ULTD. At the ending of its legal company name, and most unlimited companies do not. Unlimited companies are exempted from filing accounts with the Registrar of Companies for public disclosure, subject to a few exceptions, unless the company was a qualified subsidiary or a parent of a limited company during the accounting period. Limited or SIF, Limited, or Welsh Sefeindig, a private company limited by shares, the shares not being traded publicly, PLC or CCC, Public Limited Company, or Welsh CWMNI Sefeindig Cyhoeddiws, a company whose shares may be traded publicly. Requires an authorised minimum share capital of PS 50,000. Of which it must have allotted shares to the value of at least PS 50,000 and a minimum of 25% must be fully paid up prior to starting business. Private company limited by guarantee. Such a company must include limited or limited at the end of its name, so cannot readily be distinguished from a private company limited by shares, unless it cannot distribute its profits. Guarantee companies are commonly used by not-for-profit organizations, which may omit limited at the end of their names. Unlimited company, or Welsh Anghyffeindig. A company either with or without a share capital whose members or shareholders do not benefit from limited liability should the company ever go into formal liquidation. It is not a requirement under company law to add or state the word or designation unlimited or its abbreviations, UNLTD, or ULTD. At the ending of its legal company name, and most unlimited companies do not. Unlimited companies are exempted from filing accounts with the Registrar of Companies for public disclosure, subject to a few exceptions, unless the company was a qualified subsidiary or a parent of a limited company during the accounting period. Sole proprietorship sole trader.
United States.
In the United States, the individual states incorporate most businesses. Very few special types are incorporated by the federal government. For federal tax purposes, the Internal Revenue Service has separate entity classification rules. Under the tax rules, an entity may be classified as a corporation, a partnership, a cooperative or disregarded entity. A corporation may be either a subchapter S corporation or a C corporation. A disregarded entity has one owner that is not recognized for tax purposes as an entity separate from its owner. Types of disregarded entities include single-member LLCs. qualified subchapter S subsidiaries and qualified REIT subsidiaries. A disregarded entity's transparent tax status does not affect its status under state law. For example, for federal tax purposes, the sole member LLC, SMLLC, is disregarded, so that all its assets and liabilities are treated as owned by its single member. But under state law, an SMLLC can contract in its own name and its owner is not personally liable for the debts and obligations of the entity. To be recognized as a cooperative for tax purposes, cooperatives must follow certain rules under Subchapter T of the Internal Revenue Code.
Federally incorporated.
The key word for a bank is national. A bank chartered by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, must have the word national in its name. A bank chartered by a state is forbidden to have the word national in its name. For a savings bank or credit union, the key word is federal, and the same rules apply. A federally chartered savings bank or credit union must have the word federal in its name, while a state-chartered savings bank or credit union cannot have federal in its name. N.A., National Association, a designation used by national banks chartered by the OCC. N.T. and S.A., National Trust and Savings Association, a less common designation used by national banks. Federal Credit Union, chartered by the National Credit Union Association, NCUA. Federal Savings Bank, formerly called Federal Savings and Loan Association. Many federal governmental units are specially formed public corporations, while some private organizations have received a charter from Congress.
State, territory or commonwealth incorporated.
The following are the main business designations and types: corporations and non-corporations. Sole proprietorship, a business consisting of a single owner, not in a separately recognized business form. General partnership is a partnership in which all the partners are jointly liable for the debts of the partnership. It is typically created by agreement rather than being created by a public filing. LP, limited partnership, a partnership where at least one partner has unlimited liability and one or more partners have limited liability. LLP, limited liability partnership, a partnership where a partner's liability for the debts of the partnership is limited except in the case of liability for acts of professional negligence or malpractice. In some states, LLPs may only be formed for purposes of practicing a licensed profession, typically attorneys, accountants and architects. This is often the only form of limited partnership allowed for law firms, as opposed to general partnerships. LLLP, limited liability limited partnership, a combination of LP and LLP, available in some states. LLC, LC, limited company, limited liability company, a form of business whose owners enjoy limited liability, but which is not a corporation. Allowable abbreviations vary by state. Note that limited by itself is not a valid abbreviation for an LLC, because in some states, for example Texas, it may denote a corporation instead. See also Series LLC. For U.S. federal tax purposes, an LLC with two or more members is treated as a partnership, and an LLC with one member is treated as a sole proprietorship. PLLC, professional limited liability company. Some states do not allow certain professionals to form an LLC that would limit the liability that results from the services the professionals provide, such as doctors, medical care, lawyers, legal advice, and accountants, accounting services, when the company formed offers the services of the professionals. Instead, states allow a PLLC, or in the LLC statutes, the liability limitation only applies to the business side, such as creditors of the company, as opposed to the service side, the level of medical care, legal services, or accounting provided to clients. This is meant to maintain the higher ethical standards that these professionals have committed themselves to by becoming licensed in their profession and not immune to malpractice suits. Corporation, incorporated, corporation, incorporated, used to denote corporations, public or otherwise. These are the only terms universally accepted by all 51 corporation chartering jurisdictions in the United States. However, in some states other suffixes may be used to identify a corporation, such as limited, company/company, or the Italian term SPA, in Connecticut. See under Italy. Some states that allow the use of company prohibit the use of and company, and co, and company, or and co. In most states, sole proprietorships and partnerships may register a fictitious doing business name with the word company in it. For a full list of allowed designations by state, see the table below. See also Delaware Corporation, Nevada Corporation, Massachusetts Business Trust, professional corporations, abbreviated as PC or PC, are those corporate entities for which many corporation statutes make special provision, regulating the use of the corporate form by licensed professionals such as attorneys, architects, accountants, and doctors. Doing business as, DBA, denotes a business name used by a person or entity that is different from the person's or entity's true name. Filing requirements vary and are not permitted for some types of businesses or professional practices. DBAs can be sole proprietorships, or can be used by corporate entities to reserve brand names, such as those of chain stores owned and operated by a holding company or other umbrella. Required designations for corporations, by U.S. state, territory or commonwealth.
Uzbekistan.
MCHJ, Masuliyati Sheklingan Jamayat Masuliyati Sheklingan Zamayat, Limited Liability Company. QMJ, Korshinj Masuliyatli Jamayat Kashicha Masuliyatli Zamayat, Additional Liability Company. AJ, Aksiadolik Jamayati Aksiadolik Zamayati, Joint Stock Company. OAJ, Okik Aksiadolik Jamayati Okik Aksiadolik Zamayati, Public Joint Stock Company. OAJ, Yopik Aksiadolik Jamayati Iopik Aksiadolik Zamayati, Closed Joint Stock Company. OAJ, Okik Aksiadolik Jamayati Okik Aksiadolik Zamayati, Public Joint Stock Company. OAJ, Yopik Aksiadolik Jamayati Iopik Aksiadolik Zamayati, Closed Joint Stock Company. XK, Ksususie Korksana Kusasa Korkhorna, Private Company. XT, Ksususie Tadberkalik Kusasa Tadberkalik, Sole Proprietorship. OK, Oilovier Korksna Oilovier Korkhorna, Family Company. UK, Unita Korksna Unita Korkhorna, Unitary Enterprise. QK, Korshma Korksana Kushma Korkhorna, Joint Venture.
Vietnam.
Thai TNHH, Kong Ty Trach NHIEM Hu Han / Company with Limited Liability Limited Liability Company. Thai Camp, Kong Ty Kofan / Company with Joint Stock Company. Thai HP, Kong Ty Hop Dam / Company of Partners Partnership. DNHP, Doan Gipop Dam / Enterprise Partnership. DNNN, Doan Gip NHA Nyok / Enterprise of the State-owned enterprise. DNTN, Doan Gip to NHAN / Enterprise Private Proprietorship. DTNN, Doan Gip Ko Von Dao to Nyok Mgo I Enterprise with Foreign Investment Enterprise. TNHH, Doan Gip Trach NHIEM Hu Han / Enterprise Limited Corporation. CNHANH, Branch Company. NHOM Thai, Kong Ty / Group Company Holding